Yeah, you already know what it is. Lethal Talon 24, dive bombing at you with some Eagles content. Let's go. Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Lethal Talon 24 coming at you with another video. And yo, guys, Doug Peterson had a press conference today, and he said a few things that I figured I'll make a video about, and just just kind of go over a lot of the things he stated during the press conference and see what you guys think. All right. So one, basically being the three phases of training camp. Now I know every other team has this phase in the NFL, but this is specifically for the Eagles. So he was saying that stage one is the strength and conditioning phase. So all the guys are able to make their road to football shape by getting their strength and conditioning in, right? The number two phase is acclimation, getting acclimated to the playbook and being able to physically go out there and run the routes needed or the plays needed in a specific group. You know what I'm saying? So O-line, they learn where to be in the protection. D-line, they're gonna learn how to attack and and so forth, right? So that's cool because all these guys are getting acclimated at that point, at that stage, and then the third stage is basically padded practice. That's going to be the last stage, and that's when they're going to start ramping it up, right? So I mean, those three phases are awesome. And he was also asked a question about the rookies and how it affects them, and basically he's during this process he's going to look for the answers to see how the rookies do, you know what I mean? And the undrafted free agents as well. You're just going to see how well they do in camp and go from there, you know what I mean? So, I mean, that's pretty cool, especially for the rookies to that he's going to give them the chance to, make an impact in training camp to see what they can do, right? All right, and so basically he was also asked, Doug was also asked, what is he expecting out of the rookies? And basically, because of the pandemic and everything, like, everything's shortened. So like, are they giving out short leashes to these rookies or undrafted free agents, or are they basically, treating it as any other training camp, without it? And basically he said that, he feels great about where they're at mentally. And he's basically going to treat them as if no pandemic even exists. So I mean, that's pretty encouraging considering that he has confidence in them, and it's not false confidence. You know what I'm saying? He really has that faith in them and knows that they've been drilling themselves mentally into the playbook. So that's good news. You know what I'm saying? And then one of the things he also was asked about was, since there's no preseason games, how are the Eagles going to go about that? And even though it's like, padded practices or whatnot, how are they going to go about getting rookies and vets, game ready? You know what I mean? Like, because you won't be able to gauge anybody because there's no preseason. That's why I love preseason, guys. I mean, a lot of people aren't a fan of it, saying, you don't need a lot of games, like, at least 3 at the most. You know what I mean? At least for me, because I love seeing, depth guys battle it out on the field, especially against other teams. You know what I mean? But, that's neither here nor there. Doug was actually talking about how, he may have to implement more scrimmage games in order to get the players game ready because they're just going to go out of the gate and hit regular season, right? So he's going to have to implement plans. I think that's a good plan. He needs to go ahead and do that. And, that way we'll be less sloppy when we just jump into the regular season, because the more practice you can get, even though it's against the same, people, at least you can get those mental reps in, you know what I'm saying, as well as the physical reps. But the mental reps are definitely important, because if you can simulate different types of things, and Doug has the personnel to do it. He has Jalen Hurts, he has Greg Ward. If they want to do, if they wanted to pretend like Russell Wilson's out there, running around, you know what I'm saying, or you have your pocket passer, Nate Sudfeld's is pretty much a pocket passer. I mean, though he can run. Same thing with Wentz. He's more of a dual threat, but he's, if you really want to think about it, he's more of like, you have to get him out in space, of course, but prototypically, I guess you could say he's more of a pocket passer, right? Or he's a pocket passer with the ability to run. So Doug is going to, in my opinion, he definitely needs to do that. And I hope he does. And, I think the players should all be better for it. Now, basically, he was also about the injured players and, whether or not they're good to go. They're good to go. Anybody that was injured, or on IR or got injured at the end of the season is now back in camp. Obviously, we know Deshaun Hall got cut, so he's the exception. But everybody else, they're good to go. So that's cool. That's cool. And now, basically, Doug was asked, how he felt in being the really only stable coach in the division, and I mean, he said he was blessed on it, and, just having the same guys like Dave Phipp, Jim Schwartz, the core coaching guys. I mean, we obviously know that the defensive coach, defensive end coach or whatnot, that guy's changed. That's Matt Burke. And then you got, QB coach that moved up to like offensive assistant, like Preston Taylor, Rick Sangrello, who's the QB coach basically. And those are new coaches, but the fact remains is that that the coaching staff is basically still the same. That's really it about what I wanted to cover about the press conference. So let me know what you think in the comments below, whether or not Doug is handling this correctly. Should he have gotten, the scrimmage and stuff out of the way first, just to kind of simulate? Do you think he'll have these guys game ready by the time? What do you think about his thoughts on the rookies and that they're good to go mentally and everything? What do you think they'll, need to basically just show in training camp to stand out? You know what I mean? So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you digging this content. And as always, go Birds. EAGLES, Eagles, and that's what's up. You guys take it easy. Peace.
In a battle, I'm lethal. Nigga too sweet and low, you ain't equal. Shut 'em down.